Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have relegation six-pointer matches against Welling, who are 5 points behind us, and St Albans, who are 3 points ahead of us. They are winnable games, but we really need to settle into a rhythm. Um, since you were last with us, we've changed formation a couple of times, and we're now actually playing with five at the back. I've been saying throughout that I didn't really want to try five at the back, but it does seem to have helped us a little bit defensively. And we've had a 2-0 win at home to Dover, a 1-0 draw away against Braintree, which I consider to be an extremely good result considering they beat us 6-0 when we played them at the start of the season. And we lost 2-1 against Weymouth, who, again, they beat us 4-0 at the start of the season. But then we followed it up with a good home win against Aveley, 3-0. And Caleb Chukwuemeka, as you can see, has scored in his last four games. In terms of the squad, there's been a little bit of an uprising on our hands. Transfer wise, our best player and defender Cameron Evans signed a pre-contract agreement with Total Network Solutions in Wales. We could have made use of him for the rest of the season, but I thought where the club's concerned financially, we're not particularly stable. So I decided to cash in on him. We sold him for £20,000, which is a record sale for the club. And I think we've made the right decision, but at the same time, it did leave us short on quality and depth at centre back. And this was the problem that the players had. They wanted us to go out and bring in some defensive cover. So we've gone and done that. Xavier Benjamin came in from Cardiff on loan until the end of the season. He can play at right back as well, but we've largely brought him in to play centre back. He's 6 foot. He's not the strongest, but he's got decent jumping reach, good actual defensive ability, really. And hopefully he can do a job for us in there for the rest of the season. We also brought in a couple of younger defenders as well. No Angafor, who's a Cameroonian youngster. He's only 18. He's not going to set the world alight. But again, I think he could be a player that develops into a good player for us. Only 1.5 star current ability. He isn't going to play for us anytime soon, but he could in the future, for example. So we brought him in for that. And lastly, we brought in Jesper Kutschienza, plays centre back and right back again. We're just trying to get that versatility at the back. And I think he's got some very good mental and physical attributes. His actual technical game is, for want of a better word, poor. He's a decent tackler, but other than that, his technicals are shocking. But he comes in with 2 star current ability with that potential. He could play a part for us. He's a very determined character, good work rate, good teamwork ethic as well, and he's got good leadership qualities. So he's the kind of player that we do want around the side, and hopefully he can potentially do us justice. We're still making decisions as well regarding player contracts as well. A number of players have signed new deals now, but we are still working quite heavily on that. And we'll just have to wait and see come toward the end of the season what happens. Obviously, at the minute, I don't know if we're going to stay up. It's going to be tough regardless. We've just got to keep working as hard as we can. So this is the setup that we've gone for now. We've gone back to the counter-attack system that we were playing at the start of the season. But with the five at the back, we do seem to be a little bit more sure defensively. We'll just have to see how long it lasts because obviously we've changed formation a couple of times, gained results for 2 or 3 matches, and then lost out again. So we'll see how far we can take it. Kowalczyk is in goal. Ball and Winstanley are the wing backs, with Harris, Fulston, and Roberts as the defensive trio. Smith, James, and Lucas the midfield three. Marion and Chukwuemeka are the up front pair. My assistant is determined to have Marion as the pressing forward and Chukwuemeka as the deep lying forward. But Chukwuemeka's the best pressing forward, and he only rates the same as Marion as a deep lying forward. So it stands to reason that Chukwuemeka should be the pressing forward, and he scored 4 goals in his last 4 games from that position. So, in my opinion, I think we're making the right decision. Xavier Benjamin comes in on the bench today. Hopefully, he might get some game time, but we'll see how things go. Like I say, we're very hopeful of getting another decent result after that good win last time out. But we know that fully well our consistency isn't really a thing. Welling have gone for a flat back 7 and they're wide quite a bit further forward. It's going to be a competitive game, this, and it's going to be a very important game. Relegation 6-pointer for sure, as you can see by the league table there. We're sat in 17th, Welling down in 21st. They whip the ball in. We managed to get it clear. Elderkin plays it back to Curran, and now Bramble in lots of space finds Green. We didn't close him down, and he's clipped the crossbar, and we've got away with that, really. Defensively, we need to be more aware. And yes, technically, we're just playing with the back 3 because our wing backs will push on a bit, but we've just got to work as hard as we can and hopefully find a way of doing things. And that is a huge error by Kowalczyk. And Cameron Green has put Welling in front, and that is not how we wanted to start this football match. And that takes Welling out of the bottom 4 and puts us only a couple of points ahead of that pack at the moment. It's quite an even game, but Welling have got all of the chances at the moment. Papadopoulos swinging it in. We managed to get it away. Bogdan Marion into Smith. Plays it forward. That's a really good breakaway if we can get it right. Marion holding on to it. Gets the strike away. He should have laid it across. It was a 3-on-1 situation there. Just a little bit better decision making. And we could have had our equaliser. But nonetheless, a positive sign. That counter-attack definitely worked. But we need to be very, very careful here. We've got to sort it out correctly. And yeah, it's been an even game. One moment of brilliance from their wing-back Cameron Green has given them the lead at half-time. And aside of that counter-attack, we've not really looked like doing an awful lot, which isn't ideal. And considering how well we played against Aveley, this is what's frustrating me. We're very much capable. Aveley are in a playoff hunt, but we just can't get that consistency at the minute. Here's Curran playing it forward. Elderkin into Odysseania. Elderkin, oh, Win Stanley, you absolute muppet. Why is it whenever I do an episode, we just decide to not do anything? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. He's the only proper wing back at the club. We're gonna have to drop ball back in there. Roberts can go to right back. Um, and we'll just have to have Fulston and Harris as the defensive pair and have the midfield 3. I don't want to take Marion or Chukwuemeka off because they're obviously, for us to have any chance, we need our goal scoring threats on the pitch right at the start of the second half as well. And that's pretty much given Welling the opportunity that they've been waiting for to get a win under their belts. They've lost their last 4. And this happened earlier in the season, of course. Dover were rock bottom, hadn't won a game in their opening 7 matches and then beat us 1-0. Smith knocking it back. We look forward and Lucas is chasing it, but it runs through to the keeper Walker. But that is a big error, and Chukwuemeka with the strike, and it hit the defender. That is terrible from Chukwuemeka. He's got to do better than that. And it ended up going wide. Big, big chance that for us as Lloyd James swings in the corner, looking toward the far post. We do attack it, and ball picks it up into Smith. Now James gets the strike away. It's over the crossbar. We're looking dangerous still, at least. That's something. But Chukwuemeka, for the first time, has looked extremely poor in this pressing forward role. Of course, we're live on an episode, so there you go. Of course, it's happened during an episode. We're going to have to make some substitutions. I mean, it's unfortunate we've had the red card, of course, but we've had some terrible performances today as well. And we'll get Chamberlain and Barnes on. And hopefully, somehow, we might be able to salvage something. I'm going to show some encouragement to the team. We've not been completely outclassed, though, even though we're down to 10 men. We've looked quite good today. Here's Harris. Into Lucas. Now Chamberlain. Back to Smith, looking over the top. It's a bit of a poor ball, but it's fallen nicely for Barnes. He flicks it back to ball. Now Smith. Into Lucas. Big opportunity, and Lee Lucas scores his first goal of the season. And to be quite honest, considering we're down to 10 men, I think we've deserved to equalise there. The game's been extremely even. And it would have been very harsh for us to get beat, I think. In the 89th minute, we have an equaliser, and Lee Lucas with a very neat finish. Wigan couldn't get near it. And we've saved ourselves a bit here. Still time for something else to happen, though, as Roberts with the throw to Marion. Roberts picks it up again, gets brought down. Marion holds onto it, finds Lee Lucas again. He strikes it. My word, what a goal. In off the underside of the crossbar. 2 goals in a space of a minute from Lee Lucas. What an unbelievable strike that was. Roberts managed to get the pass away. Marion found Lee Lucas, who struck it magnificently off the underside of the crossbar. The goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. I know we deserved a draw, but for us to claim a win with only 4 minutes left in the match is a remarkable result. Lee Lucas, take a bow. 2 goals in a minute, and that is a phenomenal result. Considering, what, 89th minute was it? 90th minute he scored that one? The first one? And that is a massive, massive win for us. It takes us 6 points ahead of that drop zone now, and a further 2 points ahead of Welling, more importantly, as well. Massive confidence boost, 2 wins in the league in a row. That one with 10 men. Really, really big result, that one. Welling actually haven't got a manager at the moment, which I wasn't aware of. But Lee Lucas, my word, that is a huge performance from him. And I'm not even going to appeal the ban. There's no point because you very, very rarely get them overturned. That is an unbelievable result in the end. Whew. Right, we've got a week to go until the St Albans game. Again, it's another big, big game. If we can get another win there, it'll be a huge confidence boost. Fingers crossed, bear with me, and I will see you in a moment. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game away at St Albans. They're currently sat in 14th place, where we're 17th. St Albans actually won their last game as well, so pressure is on us a little bit, but if we do manage to get a win against them, we will leapfrog them in the table, which would be quite nice. And there is an opportunity for us to go up a couple of places. Hopefully, it will extend our gap over that relegation zone. The other teams that are down there, Dover are away against second placed Worthing. Who else are we looking at? Welling and Havant and Waterlooville. Havant and Waterlooville are actually at home against Welling, so either way, that'll be a big game and will make one of them drop points. We actually lost against Slough recently as well. They're away against mid-table Torquay, so some big games in there for sure. But hopefully, we can find a way that will work in our favour here. We've got Kowalczyk in goal. Ball and Harris are going to be the wing backs. I mean, neither of them are proper wing backs, but we've just got to go with what we've got, I think. I wonder if Kitchenza is better in there. Will that work better? No, that will not work better. Would Roberts work better? I think we'll do Roberts out there, to be fair. So we've got Kowalczyk in goal, Ball and Roberts as the wing backs, Benjamin, Fulston and Harris as the defensive trio, Smith, Lucas and James the midfield three, with Chukwuemeka and Marion as the 2 strikers again. Kuchenza takes his place on the bench for the first time, and Gafford isn't in the squad. He's not really been good enough. We have tried to offload a few other players as well, which have actually gone through with 1 or 2 of them, but it's been a bit of a struggle. Nick McCooty was one of the players to leave, so we are a little bit short in the way of strikers, but at the same time, the strikers that we've got in, Marion and Chukwuemeka, I think they've got the necessary quality to keep us up for sure. And then it's going to be a case of see how things go next season if we're still in charge. We need to win games like this, though. This is one of the key things. We need to be winning these kind of games. Hopefully, we can. And continue this little bit of a run that we seem to have put together. St Albans, despite being down in 14th place, have won 4 of their last 5. The other game, they drew. So it's a big, big game, this, against what is an informed St Albans team. Here is Rasulo cutting inside. playing it to Wyatt. And again, we're having a bit of a slow start. Lucas doing really well with the challenge. Ayose plays it in, and Hines with the effort somehow doesn't even hit the target. And we escape there, really. Marion with the header. Lee Lucas over the top. Chukwuemeka controls it well. Good block by the defender. That was a big opportunity, but we do have a corner from it. Can we create anything from the corner? There is the potential of doing so. Fulston here with the delivery. Swings it in toward the far post. Harris is back there, along with one or two others. And it's out for another corner. And the highlight does continue, so potentially still a chance. Lloyd James to take. Swings it in again toward the far post. Ed Harris is there, and that is his 5th goal of the season. It's a really good header from Ed Harris. Directed superbly back across the goalkeeper. Brown couldn't get there, and we have a very important goal to give us the lead. We kept the pressure on from the set pieces, and Ed Harris with a lovely header there into the back of the net. Really important goal that. Now we need to hold on to it. The worst time to, the most likely time you concede is just after you've scored. It's when the complacency is at its highest, and Hines is straight away charging forward here for St Albans, looking for Jeffers. Good claim from Kowalczyk. Very important claim, in fact. He launches it forward. Chukwuemeka needs to win this header, and he does well, but can't quite direct it to Dan Ball at left wing back. Here's Clark into Partington. Swings it in again. Jeffers is there, and it's just wide. And again, St Albans with 2 big chances there straight after we've scored. So we need to just wake up a bit and hopefully weather the storm. Rasulo swinging in the corner toward the far post. We get it away with Harris, and Dan Ball picks it up. Good blocking from whoever it was. I'm not too sure who it was. But to stop their player getting onto it. But unfortunately, the clearance has been mopped up by their defence. And Hoddle finds Ayose down this left-hand side. Plays it into Rasulo, who's in loads of space. Back to Jeffers. Partington into Rasulov, plays it through. There's Jeffers, and there's the goal. There's a hint of offside for Sean Jeffers, unfortunately, and that is what's been given. It would have been his 22nd goal of the season. Something I have noticed as well, some of the top scorers in the division aren't even at Yeovil or Worthing or anybody like that. Hemel Hempstead in 7th have got a guy called Tarek Whittaker. He scored 30 goals in 30 games. 30 goals in 30 games. He's been an absolute monster. The other top scorers play for the likes of Chelmsford and Chippenham, who are in and around where we are in the table. So if we just had a bit more consistency and a bit more opportunity, I think we've potentially got a goal scorer like that. It's just a case of getting into the right areas. And unfortunately, at times, it just doesn't work. But we are on the break here with Zach Smith. He's got Chukwuemeka in support. Marion plays it back to Smith, and unfortunately the counter-attack has ended, really. But Lloyd James finds Marion, who does look over the top, and Chukwuemeka gets onto it here, quite fortuitously. Plays it in. Lee Lucas was there. He dummied it for Bogdan Marion, and it's his 12th goal of the season, and we've doubled our lead here. It was an effective counter-attack, but at the same time, when it just stopped in the midfield, Smith completely slowed the move down, and I thought we'd missed our chance. But we've gone forward and still managed to get the goal. We worked it well, and Bogdan Marion makes it 2. And St Albans have had more attempts at goal than us, but both sides have had 4 attempts on target. Possession has been relatively even. And to be quite honest, I think we're doing very, very well here. Hopefully in the second half we can continue that. It's been a very tough run of matches for us. If we can get another couple of wins over the course of this month, I think we could consider ourselves safe. We just need to pick up on results here and there to keep it up. Lloyd James into Chukwuemeka, and he curled it just wide of the post. He could have driven it, to be honest, at the near post, but he decided to try for the far. Couldn't quite work it, and unfortunately, it went wide. That would have really made things a lot more comfortable. But performance-wise, we're doing extremely well. Ed Harris, of course, on a 7.2 because he got the goal from the set piece. But Lee Lucas, Lloyd James, Bogdan Marion and Chukwuemeka all having solid performances here. Chukwuemeka, of course, with the assist for Bogdan Marion as well. Here is Roberts with the throw into Marion. Lee Lucas, Chukwuemeka couldn't really get anything going. Harris has got to be careful here. He is on a yellow card. Banton making the run. Good block by Harris, and Kowalczyk makes the claim. I think, to be quite honest, given the nature of things, we'll just pause it there for a moment and we will take Ed Harris off. We'll get Miles. In fact, I think Kutchien's. No, we'll get Miles Sona on. He's got a little bit more experience. I think it's important that we keep that. He can come on at centre back. We don't want to risk the yellow card turning into a red. We've done that before. It doesn't really work. And to be quite honest, where the midfield and everything's concerned, I think we can kind of leave it where it is. In terms of fitness, it is something that we've got to keep an eye on, though. And we have got Chamberlain there who can always come on in that central midfield. Good delivery forward there from the goalkeeper. Bowery just about managing to get the header ahead of Bogdan. And hopefully we can manage to push on again. Kowalczyk picks it up. Harris now into Roberts. Back into Harris. That's a really poor pass from him, and Hoddle picks it up. Lays it back to Wyatt. We're still waiting on that substitution, of course. It's over the top, and here is a Jose. Great challenge. It was a bit rash, but I thought it was a good sliding challenge from Roberts. Missed time, though, and a penalty has been given. Can Kowalczyk keep it at 2? Sean Jeffers is one of the top scorers in the league, and Kowalczyk saves the penalty. It's a big, big save from the Polish keeper, and he really has established himself in this side this season. He's done superbly. Considering some of our poor runs of form, he has been a shining light in some of the form that we've been in. But that is a big, big penalty save. Incidentally, he actually saved the penalty a couple of games ago as well, so he is getting into the swing of things, that is for sure. We are going to have to make a couple more changes. We're at 86 minutes. Yes, there doesn't seem to be much point, I know, but with the fitness way it is, we can't really risk anything. We're going to get Kutchienza on for his debut as well. We'll put Sona in that central defence as cover. Kutchienza can go into central defence. Jay Fulston put in as that ball-winning player. I know he's only half a star rating, but Jay Fulston will be as capable as anybody of doing that role. And at 2-0, we can afford to be a little bit wayward with our positions, but we've done well there. We've held on. It's a clean sheet as well, which is of massive importance. Kowalczyk, 8.5 rating for him. Of course, saving the penalties very much contributed to that. Benjamin rating a 7 as well. Fulston with a 7.1. Fantastic performance. We worked really hard there. I mean, St Albans did have more chances overall. Fortunately for us, we managed to put ours away. Possession relatively even as well. But that was a huge, huge result once again. 2 relegation 6-pointer matches, really. 2 big results. And we do leapfrog St Albans. It's all down to goal difference. There's 5 teams now on 41 points. That is mental. 13 games left in the league, and we're 9 points clear now of the relegation zone. Dover, Slough actually won as well, so it's a big, big win that for Slough. Having to Waterloo battered Welling by 4-0. So they are 3 points clear of the relegation zone. With a game in hand, I might add, Dover played an extra game. Dover got beat 3-1 by Worthing. So a lot of things to consider. We've got a tough run of games coming up. Maidstone is actually next on our list. They're sat in 3rd place at the moment. And we've also got Chippenham and Dartford, who are both fighting around mid-table, I think. Where are Dartford in the league? Dartford? Dartford are actually bottom of the league. So we've beaten them in the league, but they beat us in the cup. So that's a big, big game again for us. If we can get a win against them, that would be a massive result. We drew 0-0 last time we Maidstone. They're fighting it out for promotion, of course, as well. And Chippenham are sat in mid-table. So what we'll probably do, we'll get through probably a few matches now, and we'll come back around the middle of March, because then that'll set us up for the last couple of games of the season, to see whether we stay in the league, basically. So we'll get through the rest of February for sure. Like I say, we'll have a look at the fixtures, see how it lines up a little bit, and hopefully we can continue this decent run of form. 1 defeat in 6, very, very promising, but we've got to keep on top of it. So let's hope that we can. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.